Hello and welcome back to our cottage garden. We have such a fun video for you today. I'm going to be touring you around an incredible nursery. The people here are so kind. It's such a magical place. And it's just probably the most inspiring place that we've ever been. It's stunning. It's kind of tucked away in the Equinox Valley. Views of the beautiful mountains all around, barns. I mean, it's just the most idyllic place. I hope that you can find some inspiration from this video with some of the things that we have to show you, because it is spooky season. So we're here to check out their pumpkin display, their corn maze, all kinds of fun stuff. So we are here in their kind of the greenhouse that is the closest to the parking area. And they grow all of these pumpkins, gourds, and squashes on this property. Squashes? Squash that grammar. So they have 72 acres, I think she said. 72 acres, and they grow everything here. It's just amazing. I mean, some of the different varieties here are so stunning. I love this for these like darker gourds for like a witchy kind of display. But yeah, just so stunning, such an incredible setup. All of their different displays and things are just so inspiring to me. They have tons of different types of pumpkins. Our baby boo pumpkins, we're gonna be harvesting them here really soon. We finally got some this year, and those are just really beautiful, a small white one. But look at this, like this old, was this like a Model T truck? Oh, it's just so nice. And they are known for the scarecrows that they put together. They make scarecrows and put them all around their pumpkin patch, which you can come and I think pick your own pumpkins. Yeah, let me just tour you around the nursery. So look at that, isn't that beautiful? I love this display. It's so gorgeous. And these little pumpkins are just perfect for this time of year. I love a warty pumpkin, to be honest. I'm a big fan. But yeah, let's keep taking a look here. So we're right at the entrance, and they still have such a huge selection. I mean, so many of the garden centers here, you know, they kind of have slowed down this time of year, but this one is just in full glory, and it's just so fun to come in and look. And getting ideas and inspiration for color combinations is really helpful, because it's sort of like even coming and looking is like taking a master class because of the way that they pair everything, pairing different colors. Look at that celosia, isn't that beautiful? Some lovely, this is like ornamental kale, red boar, really beautiful. That would actually be really pretty in our window boxes, wouldn't it? Like combining that purple color. Some beautiful vinca, lovely vinca. They have tons of mums here, but she was also just telling us that they grow their own mums on the property, and they have a succession of mums. So they do early, mid, and late season mums, which I thought was really, and season extenders, she called them. I thought that was really cool. And then they have things like gomphrena and this beautiful salvia. I think this salvia, oh no, this is a plum crazy, but this is very similar to the one that we got. I think that's such an amazing color for fall. This like beautiful mauve-y kind of purple color. It's really stunning. And at the beginning of this season, you know, all of these greenhouses, they are filled with annuals and things like that. So that's just a really fun thing. Right when the season starts, we're always like driving by, wondering if they're open. I think this is a stunner here. This grass is just, let me pick up this cleome. There we go. That's the Senorita Rosalita cleome. But this grass here is just gorgeous. And it is the color grass Bronco Carex. Part sun to shade. But isn't that really nice and autumnal? So like, that would look beautiful on a windy day as well. We get a lot of those this time of year. But aren't those displays gorgeous? That's a beautiful, looks like a unique stone pot maybe. Gorgeous. Little coral berry. I have been wanting to put a coral berry in our property. But we have so many like chipmunks and birds and stuff, I feel like it would be gone overnight. Little sneezeweed, little helenium. Those are really fun. We took another field trip recently and saw helenium planted en masse, and it was just gorgeous. Tons of coneflowers and things like that. And when you're just sort of out here wandering around, it's so nice to just have the backdrop of the mountains, and when you're kind of out in the open and you're just in, you know, you kind of feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. It's just you and the plants. It's a really, like I said, inspiring place. I think all of our roses we've gotten from here, they order special roses. If you request something, they'll make sure that they have it. You know, the rose season is petering out, but these are still looking stunning. This is a gorgeous variety here. What's this one? Dare I? Let's see. Rosa whipped cream. Yeah, it's like a purpley pink. And the buds are pink, and then they open up to a white, and they're open enough so the pollinators would love that in our garden. Those are just so pretty. They sell David Austins here, so that's a really nice thing. We got our Eden climbing rose here, and everyone who works here is so knowledgeable and so kind. Whenever we come in, they're just smiling and happy and I mean, obviously they're powering down for the season, so I'd love to take you here when it's like, but it is just such an inspiring place. And this time of year when you're kind of planning for next year, maybe you're already starting to kind of think about it or thinking about the spring, something like planting up your some of your perennials. This is a beautiful Baptisia. This one is Cherry's Jubilee, sort of a orangey color, plum rosy Baptisia. Oh, they have lots of different ones. So if you're planning your bulbs right now, going and buying perennials and even shrubs that bloom at the same time as your bulbs. So these for us bloom alongside our alliums. So like that one I just showed you, the Cherry's Jubilee, actually that orangey color looks like, that would be really pretty along with the alliums actually. Or even the indigo, there's indigo that we're kind of filling in our borders with. That would be gorgeous. Some of the late tulips and some of our daffodils are still blooming at that time, but yeah, kind of coming through and seeing what they have. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. Is this as exciting for you as it is for me? I just love coming to garden centers. Oh, look at this one. This is a really beautiful geranium. This is called Espresso. And it's like a soft pink. So it looks like the Boom Chocolata foliage, but it's a soft pink. That's a really nice one. If you've been here for any amount of time, you'll probably know how much I absolutely adore and love geraniums. They're one of my favorites. Our foxgloves have been coming back and reblooming, which is really, really nice. But it's a very impressive nursery. They're just doing so much. And this time of year, they have corn maze, and they have little scarecrows put throughout. And then they do a hayride as well with views of the mountains, 360-degree views of the mountains. They have some monardas. And I think it's so much fun coming to garden centers throughout the year so that you're able to kind of get a sense of what's in bloom, what's looking like this at this time of year. And they'll really pair things together that are really beautiful. I love Nepeta. Such a stun, kitten around. That's a nice one. Their evergreens are incredible. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. This one is a fern spray gold Hinoki cypress. So our Hinokis that we had planted, they were like the first thing that our deer ate. But now that we have a deer fence put in, that's really gorgeous. So this is from Isley Nurseries, Fern Spray Gold Hinoki. And this one gets 12 by 8, 12 feet tall by 8 feet wide. And it's hardy down to zone 5. So negative 20, negative 10 to negative 20. Sun to partial shade. Wow, nice. I absolutely adore these like stone troughs and things like that. Gardener's World, Monty Don, I remember him building up and creating a display of really beautiful alpines in one of these stone troughs. That would be such a fun thing to do. My husband loves to do kind of, what would you say, miniatures, like bonsai type. Well, he doesn't like to do, he's learning how to, he wants to learn how to do them, but he's really interested in that kind of thing. And so I think this would probably, like alpines and things like that would play to your interest. But isn't that sweet? This
little scarecrow.
Isn't that cute? Yeah, that is so precious. But all of these, see the Hinoki is a great one to include in this kind of a miniature display because, you know, they have those very small fern-like little branches and foliage, really beautiful. So this is the part shade part of the nursery, and they have tons of, the owner loves hostas, so they always get really fun hostas in here. And they have lots of different heucheras, eucheras they call them here. I don't know if at this specific nursery they call them eucheras, but in our area I've just heard people say that. This is the glitter, and this one is so pretty, this coral bell. I love that one. It's sort of a silvery color on one side and then the mauve color on the other. So it's sort of like shimmers a little bit. That's really gorgeous. Oh, these, oh my gosh. Some of my favorite types of ferns, these really like lacy types of ferns. So the maidenhair fern grows wild here, and I absolutely love it. Have we found any on our property? I don't think so, but oh, one of my favorite ferns. Lots of lamium, Alchemillum mollis, pulmonaria, astilbes, ivy, hellebores, really pretty hellebores. That's a nice kind of semi-evergreen here. They do kind of die back a little bit, but, and then they have grasses all along here. Isn't that a pretty one? It's striped. That's really gorgeous. This is the Miscanthus sinensis strictus, porcupine grass. That's a really pretty one. But yeah, they have tons of dwarf evergreens. My husband loves Japanese maples. So those are just fantastic. Really beautiful. This is a Troutman juniper. That one grows 15 high by 4 wide. So you could, that's a decent size actually. And down to negative 30. Isn't that a pretty one? I like that structure. And the color is nice. And then we have this really beautiful weeper. What's that one? Pendula. Weeping Canadian hemlock. That's so pretty. And how beautiful and vibrant are these ones. That's another, is that a hinoki as well? Looks like it. Yeah, hinoki, cypress. That vibrant color is so beautiful. Then they have beautiful pines. This is a blue Korean. Mugo, kind of these like little, grows in these little like mats. This beautiful blue spruce. What kind is this? Monty. Cute. But yeah, they just have so many fun things here to get inspired by. So I just thought I would take you around. Thank you so much for just walking around with me today. It's fun for me to be able to share these places in this area that are, you know, field trips for me, but very inspiring. And it's just very, very nice to be able to share local places that are, run by amazing people, and they're doing the right things, So I just want to share that with you. So this is called Equinox Valley Nursery. Oh, and one cool thing I just learned, they discovered a lilac, and the lilac has been named after them, this nursery. So if you ever come across the Equinox Valley, is it Equinox Valley lilac? Then yeah, that's from this nursery. The father who founded this nursery, it was a couple that founded it, and then now their family runs it. And he discovered the lilac, and then he was able to do tissue culture, propagated it in different ways, and then ended up doing tissue culture for it. And they couldn't find the name of the lilac. He thought it was really beautiful, and so it was called Equinox Valley Nursery, Equinox Valley Lilac. So that's kind of a cool story. I love that. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Like if you like, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you again very soon.